What's going on, everyone? The Competitor here, back with another video, this time going over my new Rambo custom variation. So I've been experimenting playing online a lot with him, as you guys may have seen, and I think the Claymore isn't as good in a competitive setting as it is more of just a trolling tool. It has its uses, but it's not really that good for setups or anything. So this new variation is really interesting because I feel like it covers Rambo's weaknesses. So, Rambo's auto shimmy string is really bad, in my opinion. It's 8-frame startup, it's just garbage. You can't special cancel it, nothing. So giving him a nice jab punish into a throw for knockdown and Oki, that's pretty nice. Although, I rarely find myself punishing with that. But there are situations where there are moves that only can be jab punished and not with like forward 1. Back 3 into 1+3 is really strong because it's a restand. I'm sure you guys all have seen this before with the Commando Strings. So you do a launch into this. Whoops. Okay, you gotta do a dash forward. And boom, you have a +10 restand in which you can go for jailing pressure, you can go for throw loops, you know, play Rambo's game there. So, giving him the Commando Strings was really an interesting choice because this loadout, I didn't want to go with the snare trap because I feel like a lot of people are using the snare trap and I don't think it's that useful. I truly don't think it's as good as I originally thought, because of the damage output. Because I wasn't hitting people with back 3-3 as much as I intended, I guess. So I was more opening people up with back 2-2. So hit confirming into command grab after this, which is FUBAR. This is the second move I gave him. Back 2-2-1 into FUBAR, meter burn does a nice 25%. Now people are saying, well, why don't you just use Commando Strings with Snare Trap? I think that's a very viable variation. I think that's really strong, but I wanted to opt for 3 moves rather than just 2. So the FUBAR is really nice because it gives, you know, 15% damage off a tick throw. You can keep the same side. And, you know, it gives you really good damage off of your mid-check on people. But the main reason why I think this move is really good and I think it's really overlooked is not because it's damage, not because it's a command grab. It gives you Oki. It's a combo ender with Oki that you wouldn't get anywhere else. Because if you use slide, regular slide gives you Oki, but meter burn slide doesn't, and you want a meter burn slide if you're not using snare trap because then you get the crushing blow locked and loaded. So you're losing your Oki, and I think Rambo very much is a rushdown character with counter zoning capability. So I think when you take that away, when you take away like his Oki, I think that really damages him because normally, you know, a B&B would look like this. Into whip trap, but you're letting them get far away so you don't get true Oki. You have to dash up, you have to, you know, commit to something. They might wake up, they might roll back, whiff punish you, whatever it may be. So instead of that, having to dash up and whatnot, I really like the command grab because 1, you get a lot of extra damage if you meter burn it, and 2, you're right in their face. So, you know, that's like, people are like, oh, well, it's just a combo ender, it can't be that good in this situation since he lacks like true tick throws. But being able to check your opponent off of knockdowns really powerful in MK11. And then you guys are probably wondering what number 3 is. It's not the slide, it's not the roll, it is the crawl. That's right, I chose the, what's the actual move name? Leopard Crawl. I think this move is really good. my opinion changed on it over the course of the last few days trying it out, because at first I was like, well, what's the reward? Okay, you just get a slash, so what? I completely overlooked the grab. I was like, oh, they're just gonna jump the grab every time. Which, yeah, they can. They can just keep jumping. But that's where your staggers come into play. So, if you're staggering back 2-2 into crawl every time, you deserve to get jumped on, right? Like, they know you're gonna do it. So, then you do that, then they jump, and then you can anti-air them super easy. But I want to cover the frame traps. So these are Rambo's actual frame traps. Let me pull up my notes so I don't mess this up. So these are Rambo's actual frame traps I'm going to show off right here. We're going to set the opponent to stance hold, and we'll have him duck, and we will record a reversal attack. This is how you ensure that it comes out at the right time. So I'm going to show Aaron Black. He has a 6-frame poke. 6-frame pokes and 7-frame pokes matter in this game drastically for this. So if you notice, Rambo, whoops, we got to set him to actually reversal. So if you see, if he does it, there we go. So when he reversals, Rambo can't frame trap his tick through. Oh, maybe he can. No, I had to have recorded it wrong. Hold on. Okay. So, one set up correctly, Rambo cannot tick throw off of his crawl. Let's see. Maybe without nav. There we go. Yeah, so if you look, he's poking at the earliest frame. So 6-framers will trade with this. So his tick throws do not work against crouching opponents that have 6, or they do not work against opponents who have 6 frames. So if your opponent has a 6-frame poke like Sub-Zero, Aaron, etc., Gearus, I wouldn't even try to tick throw until you have them like super conditioned. Because if you see that, they're gonna poke you out every time. The guaranteed frame traps for the throw on 7-frame pokes are forward 2 into it, which, I mean, I really should use a 7-frame character to show it, but forward 2 will tick throw into this. Forward 2-1 will legit tick throw into it against 7-framers. And forward 3 will tick throw into it for 7-framers. Back 2 will as well, as long as you're like max distance, because if you see it's -1 on block, but max range it becomes 0 if you have the right spacing. But that will legit tick throw on 7-framers, or at least trade depending on the spacing. But as you notice, 6-frame gets beat out. So here you have to commit to slash. So like back 1 slash, that gets beat by Aaron because 6 frames are just amazing. I wish everyone had 6-frame pokes, right? So forward 2 into slash, as you can see, beats 6 frames. So that's a legit frame trap. People cannot press there. If they try to jump, they'll get beat, etc. Forward 2-1 as well, also is a legit frame trap. And then forward 3 is as well. I'll show that. So if they try to press, those are your legit frame traps. So like if you tried to do something else, they can check you. So like if you wanted to get cheeky and try to cancel that, they could poke you. Back 3-3, they can poke you. Back 3 into it, they can poke you. But some of these are legit frame traps. Just take note, forward 3 into slice is a legit frame trap. Forward 2 into slice is a legit frame trap. Forward 2-1 into slice is a legit frame trap against 6-framers. 7-framers, the throws work off of those strings. So where you see Aaron trade right here, forward 2, forward 2-1 into the throw, and forward 3 into throw. Well, he beats it, but all of those are legit tick throws versus 7-frame characters, whereas 6 frames it doesn't work. Now, this is important because in a situation with Rambo, he is just a very basic strike throw character. And when played defensively, I think he's really strong. He has a really good down 3. He has good mids into pretty decent damage. But I felt like he was missing something. Like when I'm playing people, I can't get them to just like not block. And then, you know, you risk 40% every time you go for a throw. You know, they have crushing blows. So, what I really like about it is that this variation gives you the safety and the mix-ups. So, back 3-3 was like a... Like back 3 into back 3-3 was like a stagger I did into snare trap for like 30%. Pretty decent. But here, you have back 3, 1+3. Now this move is safe on block, it's -8 with pushback, nobody's punishing it. And it leaves you at a +10 restand. So you could go up and jail your mid. Now what that means is, you know, in normal circumstances it would just be dash up, you know, strike throw into a scary mix up, whatever. Then you get pretty decent damage off of that crushing blow as well, almost 40%. And you get Oki, remember you get Oki because that command grab ender. But, now with all the tick throw strings that we have, you know, you can make them respect stuff like your forward 2 after a restand. So if you did dash forward 2, whoops, dash forward 2 into a tick throw, the dash timing is pretty tricky. So like, let's set up a situation, you launch them, restand, then they're blocking because they're scared. They think you're gonna go for a string and you stagger that. And then even if they got hit, you know, you could just go into slash and then back away, counter zone a little bit. You know, he's a scary rushdown character. And especially like once you have them like respecting a lot of your staggers, like you can really mix things up and go for cheeky mix-ups like, I don't know, like maybe back 1 into command grab and stuff just to throw them off. It's all just a really good conditioning tool. And just crawl in their face a little bit, go for a crushing blow, disrespect. It's really cool. It has very evasive properties. But I want to go over one more little thing with this move. There is a parry. Now, having a parry in this game is strong as is, but he has a parry that parries mids, lows, overheads, throws, everything. So if we set him to, there we go, that parries everything. That parries lows, overheads, throws. We'll set him to reversal throw. So you guys see it's doing a poke. We'll do reversal throw. Can we set him to do reversal? Yeah, there we go. As you see, it parries a high throw, so it parries high jabs. We can do record. We'll record a down 4. Aaron likes to down 4 a lot. Right, so set him to reversal down 4. And as you saw, that frame trapped that button. So if he did anything slower than a 6-frame poke, he got frame trapped. Which then will allow us to set up, you know, them wanting to counter poke with stuff. You can get them to respect throws then. All kinds of fun stuff. And then when they start jumping, you know, you just don't cancel into stance. Simple as that. Like I said, this is a crazy conditioning tool. Plus, it's really good in counter zoning. How many Aaron players have you played that like to just do this? Just sit here and stand off stance and shoot, right? Just punish them. You get a cool crushing blow. It has very evasive properties against characters, especially ones like that have long animations like Fatal Blow. Like if you're playing against Aaron or Frost and you know they're gonna let that thing rip, just crawl under, give them a nice punish. 26% for the troll. But you could cancel out of the stance as well, as you see here. I didn't really go over that because you're at a disadvantage, but I mean if they're so scared of the mind game, you can always just get up, or if you notice them jump, you know, that's always an option too. Staying on the ground actually helps to evade some jumping attacks just because of the low hurt box of it. So that's pretty interesting. It also can go under some mids, as you see here. So that'd be pretty trolly, in my opinion. Like if an Aaron Black player isn't hit confirming his pokes and he just does like down 4 into forward 3 regardless, right? Like if he's not hit confirming his pokes, he's just like mashing it and going into it. You could troll him and go with this and, you know, crushing blow him for his troubles. Crushing blow activates after a certain amount of distance crawled, so this is really good too. I've actually hit it in some matches after doing like a launch, and then I'll do this into crawl, and then I'll slash them, and then they'll block, and then you get the free command grab, and that's a 26% crushing blow. So I'd like to upload some matches pretty soon with this because I've been having a lot of fun with this variation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Once again, thank you so much to my superstar supporters this month, D-Man, 2718 and Mark Foran. You guys are amazing. You guys can join the channel too, so you can get access to my private Discord and all other, you know, fun stuff. We play games in there all the time. So joining the channel helps support me and gives you some awesome benefits as well. Remember to like and subscribe if you like what you see here today. I plan to upload more guides and more ranked match videos pretty soon here. It's just been pretty busy with work. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this kind of opened your eyes to some of these special moves and why I use them over others. And let me know if you guys find this Rambo variation fun, or if you like zoning with Claymore and M60s more. All the lame stuff.